AITA for refusing to bleach my hair for a wedding. So I have a weird problem, and after I told my boyfriend, he told me this sub would be the perfect place to get help on. So I, 25F, am meant to be in the bridal party of my friend Zoe's, 26F, wedding in December 2024. A couple days ago, she met with me and the rest of the bridal party to discuss what the plan was for hair, makeup, dresses, etc. At first it seemed reasonable. She's going for a winter wonderland type of theme, so blue dresses, all in different shades, lined up as a gradient, with silvery accents, snowflake jewelry and soft makeup, even blue contacts for those of us without blue eyes. Last one's a bit weird, but it's no big deal to me. I've worn color contacts for Halloween. The bit that ended up being an issue for me is that Zoe requested we all get our hair dyed. A couple members of the bridal group are natural blondes, with dyed ends, and so is Zoe, but she wants to go platinum for the wedding, but the rest of us are two brunettes, a strawberry blonde, she wasn't blonde enough, and a redhead. I'm one of the brunettes and I'm the only one in the group who has never dyed or bleached their hair. I've considered it, but I can never stay settled on what I want to do, and I'd hate to spend money on something that I end up hating. On top of that, my mom spent from ages 5-13 flat ironing my hair almost every single day. It really damaged my hair. I'm almost certain it's resulted in my hair being thinner than it used to be. I know bleaching can also damage your hair, and I don't feel comfortable taking that risk yet. I told Zoe I wouldn't be able to dye my hair. She insisted it would be fine, as my hair seemed quite healthy and she would be paying for the bleaching treatments for all of us. I again said no, thanks so much, but I can't. I asked if I could just wear a wig and she said no, that wigs are cheap and unnatural, and she wants us to have our real hair bleached instead of some cheap imitation for the day. After more back and forth, she told me I should go home and think about the fact that I'm ruining her vision and that I'd be ruining the photos and wedding video that she and her fiancé 30M will be putting together for his grandparents, 84M and 82F, to view, since they won't be able to fly in from Argentina. I apologized, paid for my meal, and left. I really don't want to dye my hair, but I also don't want to ruin Zoe's picture-perfect day. I don't think I'm being difficult or wrong here, but am I? Edit. For a little clarification on how things stand and what's expected, I'm a 6-7 on the hair color scale. The other brunette is a 5. Zoe wants the 6 of us to be at 9-10. She only wants herself to be platinum. She currently sits at a 10 on the scale. Also, I do not have dark eyes. My eyes are green. 2 of the other girls do have light brown eyes though. Edit 2, so I woke up to this thread being locked and full of too many comments to read at once. Guess it's a good thing I don't have work today. I want to go ahead and thank everyone for their effort to help educate me through these weird last 24 hours for me. I'm going to try and meet up with Zoe in a few days and speak to her about this whole mess and see if we can find a compromise that doesn't involve bleach. If you still have thoughts or advice, I'm going to slap a copy of this post onto my profile. I'm also going to try and filter the comments to Q&A and answer some questions. Thanks again. Verdict, not the asshole. I met with Zoe yesterday afternoon and we talked things over. I pointed out a lot of things that were brought up in the comments and presented them as the concerns of me and a couple of friends of mine, and not the concerns of the millions that saw it online. Turns out, she was part of those millions. Someone sent her one of TikToks that my Reddit post was read in and she has been thinking about things. She told me she felt a little embarrassed about this all being out there online, even if nobody knew who we are, and I apologized. I explained that I really didn't have many people who weren't involved in the wedding to speak with about this, and I needed the advice. She also apologized, and said that she realizes now that the bleaching was a completely out of line request. She said that since she's only bleached her hair once, and because she's naturally blonde to begin with, she didn't know anything about the process for bleaching dark hair and didn't know it would be so difficult, take so long, and could cause so much damage. She said looking back, knowing what she knows now, she feels like she was a huge bitch. I reassured her that she wasn't a bitch, she was just uneducated and passionate about something, and we clashed. We hugged it out, and things are good now. About the wigs, there will be none. She's scrapping the group blonde idea. I convinced her that she would stand out far better if her whole bridal party wasn't blonde and that dark hair, and red hair, would work amazingly with her winter theme. The contacts are also being scrapped unless any of us decide we want to use theme. They're very piercing blue and kind of cool looking. About the grandparents, Zoe said Frank's family in Argentina isn't of German descent, so nothing to wonder or argue about. She was however horrified when she put all those pieces together and thought about how it looked. She had really been thinking Elsa vibes, not Aryan Nation vibes, and that embarrassed her more than the story being out there by itself. She didn't even know Nazis fled to South America after World War II. Zoe has officially messaged everyone in the bridal party to let them know about the change of plans and to apologize for the outburst and the stress this put on everyone. She's also very excited for us all to come up with a new hair makeup look and to go dress shopping. Also, those who asked if the groomsmen were being held to the same standard, I don't know, and after finally getting this whole fiasco over with, I didn't care to ask. Zoe and I have made up and everything's fine now. Sorry if this update wasn't the crazy story everyone was looking forward to. Edit 10/1 I considered whether or not I should post this, because I feel genuinely fucking awful, but I think I need to just get it out there. Zoe's wedding has been called off, the engagement has been broken, and there's no telling if Zoe and Frank will even have a relationship at the end of this. To keep things short, this is all secondhand from Zoe via text. Zoe went to Frank the next day to talk to him about everything. He had been gone until the morning after she and I met up due to a work thing. Turns out, 3 of his groomsmen, including the best man, have already started the bleaching process. It went well of 2 of them, as they were both pretty light-haired, though not quite blonde. His best man Brandon, however, has orange hair now. It's not terrible, but it's not great either. In addition, it's patchy because he did it at home with a buddy while they were both drinking and now he has to go into a salon to get it fixed, plus his hair already feels fried. Frank told Zoe that since half his side has taken the plunge and because it fucked up Brandon's hair for the moment, that the rest of the bridal party, and he apparently singled me out by name, need to suck it the fuck up and get it done. This resulted in a huge argument. Zoe called off the wedding, and Frank ended the engagement. Zoe's sleeping at her parents' place and they've not spoken since. I feel awful. I know I have the right to boundaries and autonomy and shit. I know this isn't my fault, but I feel like if I'd never made such a big deal out of things and just gone through with it, this never wouldn't happened. Thanks for watching. Reddit post down below.